Hi everyone, this is a quick look of, I'm actually going to show you these first before you actually see the video to these. Now I've done a video on the, which you're going to see in the next minute or so, I've done a video on the built-in wireless flash system on the 60D and the 600D, and it applies to the 7D as well. It may be on a couple of other cameras, but they're the cameras that I know. Now I did do a couple of pictures. Now without just, basically these are the pictures that I did, and you'll see on the video I did record the back of the camera screen as I was taking the pictures, but because I was exposing for the black at the back of the camera as well, they're a little bit hot and they look a little bit crap, so I'll just show you the pictures here. Basically this is, the first picture is one flash coming from the left hand side, and it is in manual, which is the first picture you're going to see on the video. And then I bring in a, let me just click here, then I bring in a fill light. This is on the wireless system, you'll see it in a minute what I'm on about. Then I use ETTL using the ratios, and as you can see we've got the key light on the right now, and then the ratios on the left, and then evening up the ratios a little bit more. Now I'm not going to go on anymore, you're going to see these pictures again, unedited like, but you're going to see them on the back of the camera, but they won't look as good as this. Thanks for watching. Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to show you the built-in wireless system on the EOS 60D. Now the same thing applies on the EOS 600D, which I'm actually recording on. So let me just slacken this just to show you what's going on here. You should be able to see that now. There is a flash on camera's left, which is a Canon 580EX Mark II, and there is a flash on the right hand side, which is a YN565EX. Now I'm using no triggers, I'm using the wireless function built into the 600D, and I'm actually doing it on the 60D, but it's the same thing. The 60D there is on the tripod, as you can see it. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a closer look on the flash of what I'm doing on the flash, and then I'll show you the back of the camera, and I'll take a shot of this motorbike helmet and bring in the key light from the left, and I'll bring in a fill light from the right from the YN565EX, controlling them both in manual from the camera itself. And then I'll put it in ETTL and we'll try the ratios, the built-in ratios for ETTL. So over to the first flash. Right everyone, and here we are at the Canon 580EX. I'm now going to show you how to set this up. So if we press and hold the zoom button, and you see how it'll flash off. If we move to slave on, I'm now ready to receive a signal from my 60D and set this off remotely. Now I can choose A or B for the group, but for the 580EX I'm going to use it as a, let me just turn it back on, I'm going to use it as a main light, so I always have my main light on A, and I will set the slave group B, but not yet. We'll start with one light first of all and show you what I'm going to do with that. Right, so here we are at the back of the camera now, and we're going to press the menu button, go into the flash control. Let me just turn the info off on this camera so that I can, that's better. I'm using the back of the video camera now to see what I'm doing. So we'll press the set button, and I'm going to move away now above the camera. I'm going to go to the built-in flash. You must pop up the flash first before you do this. So press your shutter, pop up your flash, press your menu, go into your flash control. You want to go into the built-in flash. Now I can do this in ETTL, but I'm not. I'm going to put it in manual for now. And you need to go to the wireless function, and you can have it so so that the camera fires the onboard flash, which is the one on the right hand side, and the one on the left is the 580EX. I only want it to fire the 580EX. The onboard flash will go off, but it won't be affecting the exposure. So, and it's on channel 1, and I'm going to put it to, we'll start off on a 1/4 power. So if we now fire this flash, you should see we've got an image. Let me just press the play button and zoom it in a bit. And as you can see, we've nicely got a key light. We've got a bit of blowout on the background, which for the video I'm going to adjust the flash again just to show you how to do it. We'll erase this one. We'll go back into the menu, flash control, built-in flash, and we'll go knock it down 2/3 of a stop, and we'll take another. And for the purpose of the video, we'll leave that. So we've now got our key light working on Group A on channel 1, and we've got it set up. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pause the video and we're going to go over to the second flash. Right everyone, and here now is my YN565EX. I'm just going to set this one up now by holding the zoom button. Put it to slave on. Press the zoom button again once, press it twice, and check it is on Group B. Now that's it, we're done. This flash is set up to go off on Group B, and I've got my key light on the left on Group A. Back to the camera. Right everyone, and we're back at the camera again. We've now got the key light in, the fill light in place. So if we press the menu button, go to the flash control, built-in flash. This time change it from all to Group A and B. We should have Group A there on 1/8 power, and we'll start off fully down on Group B. Now if we press and hold the shutter, now you probably won't see that, but let's play and zoom in. You can just see it on the camera, just starting to come in. So we'll get rid of that one. Press the menu again, back into the flash control, built-in flash, and we'll go to Group B and we'll turn it up 1 full stop. And we'll try again. Now if we press play and zoom in, and you can nicely see that shadow lifting. I'll come up one more, back into the menu, flash control, oops, so there's the before, and you can nicely see that fill light coming in now, which is on a 64 power, I do believe. Let's go back in. Oops, built-in flash. So if you now go, there's one flash and there's two. So that's how to bring in a key light and a fill light. So you go before and after. We'll just zoom back out. If you look at the histogram, so that's bringing in two lights. So what we're going to do now from the camera's menu, if we press menu, flash control, built-in flash, and knock it to ETTL, we should now have ratios, A and B. Now we should have, can you see how we've got a ratio? So now if we move it to a, I don't know, let's try an 8:1 ratio. Now what we've done is, that's not enough, so let's get rid of that one. Let's go back into the menu again. Let's try 4:1. I don't use this function very often because it doesn't seem to work right well for me. It just seems to really just do weird things like it does now. That's why I always use manual. So let's go back in again, flash control, built in. This time let's go knock it to, we'll move it to the other side. We'll try that. That should do us something a little bit different. and menu again. So what we need to do on here, we'll actually leave it on a quarter, but as you can see, if we press play, they're a little bit bright at the minute. So what we'll do is, we'll actually, oops, that's the other one, let's go back into the menu. We'll go back in again this time. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the all, now I've put some exposure compensation on, that should now turn both the flashes down. Yes, it has, and as you can see, it has. Now you'll probably see. So basically, that has turned both of the flashes down equal amounts. And we will now go back in this time. And we'll now mess with the ratios. Now we've got a bit of, we'll actually turn them down one more as well. And we'll go to a, we'll try that. Now we should really see a difference. So let's just get rid of that one. So yeah. There's manual 1 flash, fill light, and there's your ETTL ratios. As you can see, the flash on the left is acting now as the fill light, as you can see the shadow. So let's go swap that and make the, oops, we'll do this the other way around. Oh, we'll try it there. Now this should make the 580X the key light, and we should have the shadow on the right. And as you can see, that's how to use ETTL in the ratios as well. We'll just press play. In the ratios as well. I was going to show you these on the PC, but there's actually no need because I think they're good enough here. So let me just go back in here again, last but least. Built-in flash function, so you can do your rear curtain and second curtain sync here, and like I've said to you before, you can actually put them into manual from here. You can now control them, so we'll now tell you what we'll do now. We'll put this one to an 8 power, we'll put this one to a 32, and now what we should have done is made the right flash the key light. And as you can see nicely there, now the flash on the right is the key light, and the 580X, which was, is now the fill light. This is how I like to do it. I don't really like these ratios, I don't really get on with them. Because you can do it from the camera, I think that the the manual settings are better, and you still, I mean the flashes, to be honest, they're next door to each other at the minute. But you've just seen me mess with all these settings, taking pictures of this helmet, and I've not once moved away from the camera. So thanks for watching, and I hope this video helps.